Welcome to the Pagan Playground book review! And this time I finally get to review The Enchanted Path by R.M. Waters. I'm assuming it's Waters. She's probably like, "I've said it all." Now, I first discovered her through her YouTube channel, and it is Night Willow Crafts. At least that's the one I've subscribed to, and there's a couple of others I believe she does. And she had mentioned she had put out a book. And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. And it was sort of a hardcover, and it was a little bit out of my price range, so I'm like, okay, I'll put it in my wish list, and I'll hold on to it. And then finally, as of this recording, which would be recently, she put it for the Kindle format, which I'm like, yes. And then I had a gift card, and all was awesome in the world, so I managed to pick it up, and I am very happy. And it is a guide to creating your pagan spirituality. And I wrote down notes because my Kindle's buried. So, it is a workbook that you have a lot of room to work with. She doesn't pigeonhole you into saying, well, this is how things have to be, and these notes have to be in this confined little area. Each chapter, she gives you a guideline as to that particular subject. Now, this is the middle of the year for me, so I kind of started with the April full moon. It was a weird full moon because I did the Esbit on the day before because I just felt the call to do it, even though I was exhausted and it seemed like a it looked crazy, but that's the way it went. And if I do highly suggest you actually get the hardcover format, and I wouldn't write in the book anyways because I like reusing them. Like, I can return to the book and like revisit those things and have the actual, where you write in a separate workbook or notebook anyways, which is, good with the Kindle format. But the way it's set up, it's kind of awkward on the Kindle. You kind of need that full page sort of peripheral vision view. It's not formatted too great for the Kindle, so definitely go get the paperback. That's a lot easier to work with. And let's see, this is the one I just did for. It's buried in here somewhere. The April full moon, and it's for ritual robes. And she has a good 2-3 paragraphs. Ritual robes or ritual clothing have helped many people get into the right frame of mind for ritual. It allows the mind to momentarily release the worries of the mundane world and prepare for magical workings. It is up to the individual to decide what ritual clothing to use. Perhaps you only put on your robes when you're honoring the moon phases, or you may find that you want to use your ritual clothing for all your magical workings. Now, I myself don't have any ritual clothing to wear, but I do when I raise circle to be visually aware of what I am wearing, so I transfer the image of, like if I got this on, this is how I picture myself in my head raising the circle, because I'm a visual person anyways. But I do have jewelry, and that'll be the new moon coming up. I think I skipped ahead a bit. And as far as the notes, she has item, color, symbolism, and ritual purpose. And the cool thing is that she has 2 or 3 pages set up just like that, so you can kind of revisit it, at least the way I'm going to do it, sort of later on, so I can do like next year. So it's very open in interpretation for how you want to fill out your notes, and and I think it's a great book for beginners, because you can take, well, at least for somebody like me who likes to like vomit onto the page and sort of, if you can grab that thought, you want to just plaster it to paper. So it's a good starting point, so you can take your notes and go, okay, this is what I'm doing, and then you can kind of build on that and go, it's like, well, okay, this doesn't work anymore, I'll do this. So it's a great workbook for beginners, and I think it's probably a good workbook for those who've been practicing quite some time, to just sort of record for maybe future reference for other people. So it's very simply put together, but it's very, very useful. It's a definite must for your library. And I love taking notes, and I love having lots of room to work. But again, I spill over because they might give you like a big paragraph like that, and I need like 3 pages later, of extra stuff. And where are my chapters? And she did this in 2015, which was last year. And the book starts in November, so I wasn't quite sure if I could do it like in the middle of the year. She's like, no, that's okay, you can adjust it, but I skipped ahead, so April is in the middle of the book. Now that I have a table of contents to, now that I found a table of contents to work with. So you have November, which is food magic and cleaning magic. December is candle magic and runes. January is the Book of Shadows and the Grimoire. So she covers, the basics, but it's a lot of information too. So even if you're not into like Ogum or meditation, it might be a good sample to kind of test it out and maybe learn a little bit. And she does give you a list of books to refer to, so it's not just something you solely work out of this book only. You can bring in other information and add to it. So it's kind of a all-encompassing notebook of awesome. And it's a good, 300 and some odd pages. So I am quite looking forward to that. So I've set up my folder already to take my notes, and give me they made dickies on it. The poopies. So I was so very happy to get it. And of course it is available on Amazon, and I'm not sure if she's still allowing for autographed copies or not, but that's still kind of cool. So I kind of squee when I can interact with people. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I did ask her permission to review, so, but I did buy my copy myself, and I look forward to vomit the words. I look forward to using it. And I like the fact that she does include New Moon, because I'm never quite sure how to, not necessarily deal with the New Moon, but it's like, I know something should be happening, I should be doing something, but I don't know what. But at least it gives you something to think about during those Esbits. Would you consider New Moon an Esbit too? I do not know. So, lots of info, good for the beginner, good for the old fart. Good for the maiden, mothered, and the grown. Little bugs floating around here. So, and it's, very cleanly done. It's not overcomplicated, and it's a great addition to any pagan library. So this was The Enchanted Path by R.M. Waters, a guide to creating your pagan spirituality. And again, it's right here on Amazon. I will try to remember to link them both below. And I believe the hard copy is about $15 and the Kindle was about $6. I had to wait a little extra to get that $1. I could have it already. So, thank you for watching. Do remember to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And blessed be.